Team Smash!
West Coast Davengers! West Coast Davengers!
Ah! Ah!
Davengers! Welcome back to another episode of the West Coast Davengers. My name's Dave. I am a comic book seller, a comic book enthusiast, and I am just overall passionate about comics. Now, I'm shooting this on Wednesday, which, as most of you may know, is West Coast Wednesday. That is my comic book auction and claim sales show, which falls on a Wednesday at 7 p.m. PT. Normally, I try not to shoot videos on Wednesday because I am trying to pull books. I'm pricing books. I'm getting ready for the show. When the comic gods call, you pick that phone up. Oh, you pick it up quick. I'm going to go over a huge grail, a huge book that I picked up today. It's getting the Black Glove treatment. I was sitting at the kitchen table yesterday having a cup of coffee with my friend, and I just kind of checked my phone real quick. I refreshed Offer Up. I saw a listing. Now that listing just had a picture of a comic book and a price. The title just said comic book, $5,000. Let's not bury the lead. That comic book is a Detective Comics number 140, the first appearance of the Riddler. So I quickly messaged the person and I said, hi, I would be interested in taking a look at this and probably buying it. I know being first is super important when you find these types of listings, and I just had to have a shot at looking at this in person and possibly buying it. When you are going to buy a collection or a comic book, or you're reaching out to somebody that's selling something on the internet, you want to get in front of that and then make a decision. You want to see the book. You want to be the first person. Sure enough, she responded very quickly. She said, let me text you. So I gave her my number. We started chatting through text. She had a vet bill that she needed to pay for a horse. I'm not kidding. They needed money quick, so they found this box of comics in the attic. She looked through it and she found this. And it's funny, the description didn't say that it was the first appearance of the Riddler. She just said in the description something like, I looked this up, I know what this is. And so I arranged to meet her this morning. It was about 45 minutes away. I drove out there, I looked at it, I made my offer, and I got the book. I paid $3,700 for this. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the book out. I'm going to inspect it. I'm going to take a look at it again. I already know, what I think the grade's going to be between a 2 and a 3. And for the only reason that the cover is detached from one staple. Other than that, page count is fine. Pages look great. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on a little journey. We are going to go through this book together, take a look at what the inside of the first appearance of the Riddler looks like. I've never looked at this book, and the cover is so weird. It's such a weird cover, like introducing a sensational new adversary of the partners in Peril, the Prince of Puzzles, the Riddler. Detective Comics 140. It's like paper clips. Like he's got them trapped in paper clips. And he's like, ha ha, it's such a weird cover. All right, let's fix. So as you can see right here, the cover is detached from the staple on the bottom. This one is still attached. So that's a good thing. October 1948. So this thing came out when my parents were 2 and 3. My dad was born in 45. My mom was born in 46. Calling all mystery fans, we defy you to solve the 3 sinister riddles. Who is the latest criminal to challenge Batman and Robin to a deadly game of wits? There he is, throwing weird paper clips at him. Who is the villain to use riddles, jigsaws, and acrostics? I don't know what the fuck that even is. And all types of puzzles to perplex the dynamic duo who places Batman and Robin in a maze where only courage and ingenuity can fathom freedom. There is but one answer to all 3 riddles. Those aren't riddles. Those are just questions. They don't have any credits in these books. But, man, Riddler looks so cool. I mean, you could see, was it Frank Gorshin that played him? You could see why they casted Gorshin, I think it was Gorshin, as the Riddler. Because they're both very interesting looking people. But you gotta love vintage Batman stuff, this golden age. Check that out. There's a crossword puzzle here. So he really made him like this puzzle guy. The Riddler challenges Batman to a game of wits. The following crossword puzzle is a clue to the crime I'll commit tonight. Can you solve it? 1 horizontal, a water utensil. 2 vertical, a public way, and 1 vertical, a formal dinner. A water utensil, a straw, STRAW, 2 vertical, a public way, subway, SUBWAY, and 1 vertical, a formal dinner. Man, a supper, SUPPER. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, so the utensil is basin, and the street, S is street. Damn, and a banquet. All right, well, I was way off. Skippy, slappy. I was way off. So the pages of this are off-white, maybe cream, but like, I don't know. When you look at this, and I know I have some bright lights on, but page quality on this is amazing. Some people don't give a shit about the cover. They care more about page quality, which is weird. They do a puzzle, so they really put Batman and Robin through it. You know, that's kind of like what's going on in the cover here with these paper clips bent to shapes. Man, this is better than, like, this looks cooler than so many comics that came after it. The art's fantastic. It's cartoonish, but there is a lot of dialogue in here. They loved dialogue in the Golden Age. I think some comics would do better without a lot of dialogue, but hey, it's just me. All right, so the first appearance of the Riddler just ends that they got stuck in this glass house. He runs away, he blows it up, but they're still alive, and that's it. So multiple stories, Johnny Mizey, multiple stories in Detective Comics. Robot Man, I don't even know if this is a Batman thing or if it's just... Yeah, it looks like it's just a backup story with Robot Man. Robot Man. And then Slam Bradley. Look at the page quality on this is fantastic for a 80-year-old book. So, staples still attached to the centerfold. This one's a little loose, but it's still attached, so that's good. What do we have here? Some crime dog. Oh, he dresses up as a dog. So there's 4 stories. To the Moon and Back. So there's some prose here too. I did do a page count when I first looked at the book before I bought it, just to make sure there was nothing missing. There was nothing missing, which is great. But look at, once you get to the middle of this book, look how the page quality just goes up and it's white. The colors pop on this bazooka ad. It's so bright. And hopefully you can see it on the video. This could be a Jack Kirby, but I don't think so. I don't think he was working at DC this early. Oh, it is. It's Boy Commandos. Of course this is Kirby. This should be Kirby and Simon. I think. See, this looks like early Kirby to me. You can see it in the face. Yeah, definitely Kirby. Man, that man just never stopped working. Like, he worked his entire life. Like, when he got into comics, he just... so prolific. Wow. Wild. And believe it or not, well, I guess believe it, this was in a bag, but it was not boarded, and it was in a shitty deli sandwich bag. So there it is. Like, there's the full Detective Comics number 140, 75 years old. And this is it, the first appearance of the Riddler. And I do have my first appearance of the Silver Age, Riddler in the Silver Age, but this thing is something else. So hope you enjoyed that little flip through. I know it's not something you see every day, so thought that would be a fun thing to do for myself and for everybody here. Well, wasn't that awesome? Such a cool thing to see, an actual piece of comic book history. And I have it, the Riddler, one of the greatest villains of all time, and simply, one of the biggest parts of the Batman universe. Maybe second to only Joker. My intention on this is to probably get it graded, even though it goes against some of the things I say about grading. And I think I'm going to put this in my collection. That'll be that, and we'll see what the future of this book holds. But once again, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe if you're not doing so already. And you can check me out on Instagram, West Coast Davengers. Every Wednesday is West Coast Wednesday, and every Sunday is Sunday Sit Down. Keep digging. Hey, you never know.
Dave Smash!